welcome to another episode of the Irish Cycling Show with Verge. My name is John Dempsey.
And my name is Keith Colvin.
How are we this morning, Keith?
Rough, as the dog says.
Hey, they're good. Don't bum. The old ones are the best, aren't they? Yes, we're all. It's very much the morning after the weekend before. We had a great weekend at the National Cyclocross Championships up at McChrystal's track.
Yeah, it was a fantastic track, fantastic weekend. It really was, actually.
Yeah.
It was just as simple as that. It was absolutely amazing.
Absolutely.
There was so much going on that we have decided to do.
Yes, we're splitting our show in two because otherwise we'd be editing stuff till 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So underage youth racing, we're going to do a separate show for that, just focusing on that maybe on Tuesday evening or Wednesday evening, just depending on how productive we are over the next 24 hours.
They deserve it as well, because the Saturday racing was unbelievable. So yeah, we'll give them as much time as we give the
There's
pros.
no point trying to squash it all in together. So today we're going to focus on the senior races from Sunday. But first we want to catch up on pro news.
Yes, and amazing news. All of us here are very, very happy about Lara Gillespie signing for the UAE development squad.
Yes.
Which is very, very good news. And the very best look at her, she puts out massive power. Had to get it in there. And she does. And she's sound as a pound, so...
Yeah, so hopefully that's a nice link into the World Tour there for her. Yes. Hopefully she'll make the step up very soon. I'm sure. Anyhow, focusing on the main event at the weekend, the National Cyclocross Championships.
Yes.
The first boys or Buckley up were the M60s.
Yeah, and Johnny McCabe knows who we are.
That's great, isn't it? Johnny McCabe knows how to use the internet. Newsflash.
I was absolutely delighted because I tried to get a photograph with him, obviously because it's Johnny McCabe.
Fanboying, yeah.
Totally fanboying. I says, oh yeah, Keith, I watched he sat down, I think, watched 4 of them in a row.
Yeah.
Not advisable, Johnny.
I wouldn't do that myself. I wouldn't ask my mother to do that.
He was the all-around favourite. Did we predict him?
I predicted him, yes. You predicted Paul Burchell, who was second, yeah. Oh, God love him, you know.
Yeah, I was hoping Paul would do well.
Yeah.
But, Johnny is Johnny. And
he
pretty
did great,
didn't he?
He did. He pulled away gradually from Paul in the opening lap. That was it. There was a good battle for third place. Micheál Corkery from Derond led the way for a good while. But Christopher McCann then passed him eventually. He spoke to Micheál afterwards. He said he just made too many mistakes. It was ultra slippy. It had rained heavily on Saturday night, so the course was very slick first thing on Sunday. Terence O'Neill from Epic and Eamon Bird then rounded out the top 6.
They kind of got the worst of that track. It was lethal in the morning.
First thing.
It really was very
bad. But racing at the same time as them was their M50 friends.
Yeah.
No surprise there. Current European champion Robin Seymour got the win.
I love watching just seeing how he has come down that section, and although and how much time he'd either put into column or make up, he's just how he rides.
Yeah. Colin McGarvey from Epic really pushed it up to him for the first few laps. It was stunning to see that he literally got stuck into him.
He was
the cheek of him. The cheek of him. Just leave him off. He's fine.
You don't do that to him. But he did.
But Colin, I think, then broke a chain or something like that, was it?
He busted a derailleur coming into the section just before the steps.
Yeah.
We saw him going at the chain, and he ran from that part back to the pits. It seemed that the rear derailleur was
3 minutes from that lap or something like that, so that was his shot.
But the lap he ran was probably quicker than the lap that I would do, which is quite impressive.
I think I walked around the course quicker than you.
He was a big highlight of that race.
Yeah. But our ex-national champion Trevor Woods came through for second place. And then Jason Henry, who's had a great year from Inspired, finished in third place.
Yeah, so it was... did we predict that?
I think we both predicted Robin would win. Yeah.
We did. I suppose maybe Colin was the... wild card maybe, but he really stepped up. He was absolutely unbelievable on that. He has to be mentioned because
absolutely. Kudos. Anyone that puts it up to Robin Seymour deserves a pat on the back. Speaking of pats on the back, a big one to Glenn Kinning, who I predicted would win the M40 race.
Glenn put in one of the most, I was going to say it again, Mahusif. His first lap was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Because he just seemed to put such a... But he was consistent.
I didn't get to see it. It was about 3 minutes down at that stage.
Oh yeah, you were in it.
I was, way down.
But he was incredible, and he didn't make any mistakes, and he was massively powerful.
Yeah.
And he deserves it.
He does, he's flying. It was a great race. It was unbelievably... I couldn't get over how slippy it was for the first lap. The course had changed so much from Saturday. It was just bodies going left, right and centre, and me going gradually backwards. But
we
yeah,
need a GoPro on you.
yeah, thank God I had it. But Alan Bingham came very close to Glenn. Fair play to Alan. His last year as an M40, I came very, very close.
He was on his tail.
Yeah, a mano battle.
Yeah.
But Ronan O'Flynn then from Orwell, another guy we said would do well, got third place. Just bet Mark Penfield from Blarney Cycling Club. Barry Convery from Newry was 5th, and then another Oma man, Stephen McKenna, was in 6th.
It was a good race.
Yeah.
It was a really enjoyable race. The course was changing massively throughout the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I know it's lagging Glen, but you have to go.
Yeah, and even during, as you say, during our race, it changed massively. From the first 2 laps, of course, very different for the last lap. You know, it was drying out rapidly at that time. And it continued to dry out rapidly for the next race up, which was the junior men. I think they probably had the best conditions of the whole day. The sun.
They had.
I'm surprised we haven't had a weather report from you yet.
I'm so tempted to say it the whole way along. This is ideal for me. Changing weather conditions, changing track. It's just. But yeah, it was the fastest lap of the day. It was set on nearly dry. Yeah, by
Liam O'Brien from Fermoy. He lived up to his favourites billing, got the win. He had a good race. He had a lot of company for the first lap or so. The 2 boys from Caldwell and Joseph Mullen gave him a fright, Oisin Verge and Curtis Neal. But then he gradually pulled away.
He did what he does, and he just seemed to do it. He pulled away, and I was standing on the hill, and just all of a sudden he had meters, which led to a cracking battle then, between people we actually predicted. I think, did we get this one okay?
We got everything okay. No one's going to go back and check that.
We mentioned Joseph, we mentioned Oisin,
we
mentioned them all.
Yeah, so there was a great battle for second place. Joseph Mullen from Navan and Oisin Verity and Curtis Neal, who both ride for Caldwell Cycles now, had a cracking battle for second, but Joseph prevailed from Oisin. Some other good rides. Travis Harkness and Ty Killeen also gave very good accounts of themselves there as well.
I think the Sleeve Luker guys had started the chainsaw at that point.
Oh yes,
because it was actually quite wonderful to see Michael Collins and that. You just see people smiling going up the hill. Which was absolutely incredible.
Brilliant. Our next national champion to be crowned was in the Masters Women race.
Yeah, and guess who it was?
Grace Young.
Yeah. She had her 654th win of the season, I think, and she seemed to enjoy it a bit. We were looking at videos beforehand, and it was tight enough in the first lap, I think.
But she pulled away then. She won it well. Heather Foley, a new enough convert to cyclocross from Yates County Cycling Club in Sligo. Gracie, a Connacht woman up there as well. She got second place from your favourite.
Go on, Helen White. Absolutely incredible. It was top notch, and that was really good to watch. It was enjoyable. Amazing. A big field. Good to see. I think there was 15 riders or something like that. Sienna Dwyer from Limerick finished 4th, and Jean Wilson, another one of your favourites, was in 5th place. Jean Wilson, one stage you could see, because they had to get up that little embankment, you could see if the Sleeve Luker VC guys weren't there, they would have walked it, but the effort they were putting in each time was phenomenal. I think it was the fumes from chainsaw drove a few people up along it as well. Combination of burgers and fumes. So, great atmosphere on the hill there. We have to say the VC Glendale and the Sleeve Luker crew made that. Yeah, they really did. Absolutely. Well done to both. And well done to Grace, our national champion. On the senior women's side of it as well, then we had probably, I'd say, it was the race of the day, I would imagine. Yeah, I think so. It really was. It was a cracking race. It was incredible. We thought it would be tight. It was. I think the standout maybe of the whole weekend. Yeah, well, I think for me, Hannah McClory in second place was the ride of the weekend. Revelation. She broke through, but defending champion Maria Larkin led early on. Small gap to Hannah, and then Maria, we could see her coming up to climb one lap. She was looking down at her shoe. You thought her pedal was loose, clean was loose, but it turned out she sheared the clean off the shoe. It hadn't come loose. Both bolts had broken on it, popped off. So she had a bit of a worried time. She had to ride gingerly enough to the pits where she changed shoes. She looked class though, in fairness. Now she really, she was pushed, but she had it. I think even with that, a lot of people would panic. She seemed to be quite calm and couldn't get her way around. She had a horse ride. We could see, we have a clip up as well of the two of them on the descent.
Hannah was amazing. She was technically
She has skills.
so good. She has Leah Roddy, and fair play. It's great to see for the future come true. Another girl, woman, whatever, who had fantastic day out. Stephanie Roach in third place.
Yeah, we spoke about this beforehand because she was one of the first names we'd see, and then first time I saw her was in Orwell, and she kind of put in she's been getting along the
She's
whole
really
time.
coming,
And I think she's studying as well, and she's doing all these other things as well, because it ain't easy.
Yeah.
But she was class.
Absolutely,
and she deserved it, I think.
Yeah, great for her to get a medal.
Really happy.
Darcy Harkness wasn't a million miles away either in fourth place. She really came through the field. She was a little bit back. She was probably around 10th, I say, at one stage, and really picked her way through the field. Michelle Gagan did the same as well, real steady progression. And Aoife Riley as well from Dunboyne. I think she did fantastic.
Yeah.
Right, she's relatively new to cyclocross as far as I remember. We spoke to her previously.
And a tough race with the best in the country, and I think that's very, very good.
Yeah, that's so fantastic from her. Anya Doherty then, probably a disappointing day for herself, but she shouldn't be disappointed. She's been the star of the season. Everyone has a bad day now and again, and I've had about 482 of them. And Quiva May was 8th, Roisin Lally 9th, and Alina Wallace from Harps CC, another young rider who rode really well technically, I thought, rounded out the top 10.
Yeah, but kudos to Maria. She at the end, I think she was quite glad that she got it. She was pushed a bit, so it was nice to see that, how happy she was.
Fantastic. Well done, Maria. Enjoy another year in that beautiful National Champions jersey.
Yes.
Then we went on to the final race of the day, which just before it kicked off, I'm sure you'll give a weather report here now.
There was the temperature dropped at say about 3 degrees, and then we had hailstones. It was freezing.
Yeah, course change. The women had beautiful conditions, and then boom. I felt sorry, I haven't seen it on TV yet, but I'm sure the TV cameras reflected how gloomy it probably got all of a sudden.
It actually was a thing, because somebody I have to give a shout out to is Toby, because they were actually struggling with light for cameras and things like that.
Yeah.
Because actually it got so dark so quick.
Yeah.
But it didn't make a blind bit of difference to...
I like how you use their blind.
Yes. It didn't make a blind bit of difference to the best rider in the country. Yeah.
Dean Harvey from Trinity Racing surprised no one by winning. He took off like a rocket and kept going like a rocket.
There was... I learned a very valuable lesson. I was on the hill trying to get footage, and at the first time he came up, I tried to match him going up along the way. No. He dropped me. He dropped me trying to run. So he was just...
I don't know, does that reflect really well on him or really badly on you?
Really badly on me.
Anyhow, but it was a great race. At the start, Darren Rafferty, who was on the 4th row, he's graded well down. He had a lot of work to do to make it up to Dean. He got to him more or less, and he kind of blew up a little bit after that. Chris Dawson, our defending national champion, came through then to take 2nd place.
Great race from him.
Yeah, really strong. He said he felt as strong as last year, but Dean has gone up. Dean was 6 minutes down last year, and he was just cruising around today. He looked like he was riding on tarmac when everyone else was on grass.
But yeah, look at 9 minutes 39. He's still whopping around the place on a pretty tricky course.
Absolutely,
it was a very, very good race. Though. It really was.
Darnell Moore was there in the dogfight for a while as well. JB Murphy as well did a fantastic race. He had a nice crash kind of in a quiet corner of the course on the first lap. I saw him. I got a nice smack. Had to realign the bike, but he did really well to finish in 5th place. Kevin McCambridge, who said he was sick and off the bike all week, despite the fact I saw him on the bike on social media, finished in 6th place.
Kevin, rookie mistake.
Yeah, don't be like that. Graham Boyd also an excellent ride in 7th. Dylan Corkery then, who is off to France this morning to CC Etoops, finished 8th. Richie Barry was 9th, and Jamie Meehan, the young guy from Spellman, rounded out top 10.
Yeah, it was great. It was a good battle. Yeah, okay. Dean walked it, but if he's that good, you deserve it.
Yeah,
he didn't walk it.
No,
he actually didn't probably walk any of the course. Actually, he cycled every bit of it.
Yeah. But fantastic day's racing. Massive thanks to the crew at Bellurgan for putting on the race. Brian McChrystal and all his gang up there.
He did well.
Yeah, it was fantastic. He did well, did he?
He did well. He did well. I'm sure he's going to be.
That'll mean a lot to him. That's it.
But that fella.
Yeah, that fella. Anyway, well done. It's very disappointing. Now the cross season is nearly over, but we have a couple more races coming up, Keith.
We do indeed. Yeah. So we have Dungarvan this Sunday. We're all hitting down there.
No, really, yeah.
I know I will hit down that because it's a tough course and it's the kind of the last hurrah, really, isn't it?
It's the final round of the Munster League, so there's a few positions up for grabs, a few positions very tight. People joined on points, so there'll be a lot of fighting going on down there, and also a bit of maths will break out afterwards, I suppose, to add up scores and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I won't be doing that.
No, event up north in Portadown. It's the Ride for Raymond. It's a fundraiser for the air ambulance services in the north. There's also a raffle. We've donated a prize from some Verge goodies for us. So please, if you're that half the country, please go up there and give that as support.
Absolutely.
Or buy a raffle ticket at least to donate to such a great cause.
Yeah, very, very good.
And we will be back next week to report on those two events. We look forward to seeing you all then.
Of course we will.
Alright, bye.